Hi friends, JLPT is coming up and many of you are probably already in crunch mode when it comes to learning Japanese, but I know that studying every day can be pretty hard sometimes. So today I will share with you my 3 tips on how I stay motivated to study Japanese every day. But before we start, you might have noticed that my video quality and also my audio quality has gotten a lot better, and that's because my boyfriend gifted me a camera and a mic for my birthday. Before that I only filmed with my iPhone, so I hope the quality is a lot better right now. You can leave me your feedback in the comments. Of course, you don't have to learn Japanese, you can also study any other language to apply those tips to. But since this is a Japanese learning channel, I will only reference learning Japanese throughout the video. So the first tip is to actually know your reason why. And this is really important because if you don't know why you're studying, then first of all, you don't have an aim, so you're aimless studying something. You also can't really get motivation from that. So just take a few minutes and ask yourself, why are you studying in the first place? For example, do you want to watch Japanese drama without subtitles or listen to Japanese music and understand what they're singing? Maybe you want to move to Japan, go to Japanese language school, work in Japan, or just simply be able to message someone on HelloTalk and write with them in Japanese. This will especially help you if you're in a study slump. And if you feel unmotivated, you can simply remind yourself of the reason why you're studying. If this is not helping and you need more visual representation, you can of course also do a little vision board where you put pictures of your goal. Like if you want to move to Japan, maybe you put pictures of the city you want to move to, or a picture that represents you and your future Japanese friends or your future work, for example. And you can put it over your desk and just look at it every day and hopefully feel more motivated. For myself, the main reason I'm studying right now is to pass the JLPT so that I can go to Japanese language school next year in Japan. This is really motivating for me because it's been my goal to go to Japan for a longer period of time, for quite a long time. So I don't really need a lot of motivation because it's the internal force that drives me to study every single day. But in case I need more visual representation on days where I'm really tired or where I feel down, I will just quickly search up a YouTube video of someone who's doing exactly what I'm doing, like going to language school, for example. It doesn't have to be a long video, only a few minutes, and I don't know, just does the trick to motivate me and to feel like, okay, I want this for myself, so I have to study right now so that I can pass the test and get into language school. And the second tip that I have is to create habits around your language learning. Because if you're studying at the same time every day, for example, it will be a lot easier to start because you will know, okay, it's 4 o'clock and now it's study time, for example. But in my case, I work not so great hours, like they're all over the place most of the time. So I really take the time in the morning to review my Anki flashcards, and I will know, okay, my flashcards will get done if I do them in the morning. And I know after I had my coffee and after I meditated, I will study Japanese. There's no way around it. Even if I feel tired and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do it, I still know it's a habit, and if I don't do it today, it will pile up and I will have to do double the amount tomorrow because the SRS is keeping count of what I'm not doing, fortunately, because it will force myself to really study when I have to. If you've liked the video so far, please give it a thumbs up, and also if you want to stay updated with me going to Japan, Japanese language school, and also passing the JLPT, please also consider subscribing. Thank you so much, and let's continue with the next tip. One thing that I've learned from Leafling Learns on Instagram is to have habit menus. Habit menus are basically a selection of things you can do to do your habit. So it's not that you were saying, I will study Japanese for 2 hours every single day and it's that set. But you can say, for example, I want to produce output, and then you have different options to do that habit. For example, you can write something or you can speak to someone in that language. It's a little bit more versatile, so you don't have to necessarily only speak. You can also give yourself different time frames, for example, 5 minutes, 25 minutes, or like 40 minutes. And depending on what your mood is that day or what your energy level is like, you can pick one thing, like for example, write one sentence in Japanese if you're feeling really down and really tired. That way you still learned and you still showed up and know, okay, I can do hard things even if I don't feel like it, but you're not overwhelming yourself and you're not hating the process. Which brings me to my next point, which is to make studying more fun. You can do that by planning in something fun, for example, watching an anime episode or reading a Japanese book, for example, especially if your main goal of motivation for learning Japanese is to understand like reading materials or media in general. This is really important because it will show you day by day that you're getting better at Japanese. At first, you will probably understand nothing, but as time progresses, you will be able to recognize more words you learned, for example, through Anki. So it will give you in return more motivation to keep going because you're seeing like, oh, I'm getting better. And another great way to make studying more fun is to have pretty stationery, because it's just a lot more fun to write in a cute notebook with a nice pen and have cute post-it notes, for example, than if you have your standard school notebook and like crappy pen. And if you want to see a video on my favorite stationery to learn Japanese, please let me know in the comments below. Also, studying together with other people can make it a lot more fun. You can keep each other accountable and also plan in study dates, for example, at a cafe or at a library. And if you don't like studying together with someone like myself, I like to study at my own pace and I don't want to feel rushed when the group is already ahead of me. So I didn't think I would enjoy studying with someone else, but last week I studied Japanese together with a friend for the first time and I really liked it. And that's because we had both different Japanese levels. She's taking the JLPT N5 in July and I'm taking the N4. So we didn't study the same material, but we kept each other company at the cafe and we also motivated each other if we noticed the other one looking far at the distance, not studying, slacking off, and we were like, hey, go back to studying. You want to get a lot of things done today. And this really helped to keep each other accountable. And I was also able to explain some things to her that she didn't understand, which in turn made me feel better about my Japanese abilities. So it also made me a bit more confident in the knowledge that I've already have. So let's summarize the 3 tips that we've discussed today. The first thing is to know your reason why you're studying. The second thing is to create habits around it and, for example, try habit venues. And the third thing is to make studying more fun, like for example using cute stationery, learning with a friend, and also planning in Japanese media, for example, for your enjoyment. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite tip from the video was, and if you've enjoyed the video and also know someone who could also benefit from the video, please share the video with them. And if you want to see more videos on how I study Japanese and also prepare for the JLPT, you can watch the videos right here. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!